following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, let's
No,
have it.
please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it, okay?
So, this week we are going to kind of, before we really get into the show, we're going to take a minute and talk about what we're thankful for in the comic book world. As far as TV shows, comics, just what are we thankful for when it comes to Marvel and DC?
Yeah, man, it's a good subject because comes fresh off the holidays and everything. At least the first turn of the holidays. I'm thankful for the fact that a lot more folks have who normally wouldn't be exposed to the written word, the illustrated word, as they say, have been exposed to it through movies and stuff like that. So I'm thankful for that. Comics get a broader audience. I'm also thankful for the fact that Marvel and DC get more of an outlet through whether it be Marvel Unlimited, the app, or DC Universe for TV, and for comics, the app. So there's a lot of good stuff to be thankful for.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just a whole new world from where it was even 10 years ago when the decade started. You know what I mean? Since we're coming up on that soon too. So it's specifically, we'll get into it later because we also will be discussing the Titans finale and our expectations for season 3. And I think we'll have some varying opinions on that, as we normally do. We will also have a Battleground. I put a Twitter poll out, and Oz, since he does follow us on Twitter, right, Oz?
I do.
Good. Oz voted on the Twitter poll, and we got a Battleground for you guys as well. A little something so you can enjoy your travels on Thanksgiving, on your way back home, or on your way to see your family. Maybe you're having a late Thanksgiving as you listen to us on this Sunday or the following week. Who knows when you're listening to us?
Who knows?
Great.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Here we go. Clearly I'm doing this show by myself. So
no, you're not. I don't know if that was a segue for me to say something, because if it was, you'd be like, "Hey, here's a question," not just randomly saying statements. I'll be your I'll be your backup.
oh man.
I'll be your Ozzy and Harriet, your
What?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to. What do you want? You want to be your like Sanford and Son? I don't know. What's going on?
You let me down every time. So let's get a little bit more specific.
I'll do that, man. I'll do that.
Let's get a little bit more specific. What are you most thankful for this year, as far as the TV world? What TV show are you most thankful for? It could be Netflix. What TV show?
Yeah, it's called Take a Knee from Marvel vs. DC. But since we branch out into wrestling and sports all the time, we can branch out into other venues too besides Marvel and DC. I personally have been really enjoying. Apple TV has this show called SEE. Jason Momoa is in it, and it's been really cool. It's been a nice little ride. It's a good twist on. I feel like I've been assuming a lot of things about what's going to happen, and every once in a while I'm like, man, dude, that's cool. That's cool. So it's very cool, and action, sci-fi is right up my alley. So that's been a good, a pleasant twist on stuff. And Carnival Row was a pleasant twist on stuff too. Look forward to that. That was good for 2019. Look forward to 2020 to see what happens with that. So yeah.
Okay. I probably, as far as the TV world goes, that's a tough one. The Titans had a good run as far as being thankful for that. Then me personally, I'm a little bit of a sap. This Is Us is so solid. Can't go wrong with that. I don't know, man. I might have to go with. I know people are going to be upset about it, but I got to go with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones was your. Was there any the game? So Game of Thrones for this year, because this is not the year in review, but this is what you're thankful for. So you're thankful for This Is Us and Game of Thrones.
That does not mean those are what I'm saying are the best shows, but those are the shows I'm most thankful for.
Yeah, no, by far. That's what to reiterate, because if I didn't make myself clear, I said this is what you are thankful for. This is not the end of the year, so you are thankful for Game of Thrones, the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
I hear that. Yeah, I'm thankful that they got the show over with.
Yeah, I am too. Especially for all that build-up and that disappointment of a season. I'm glad that you just went ahead and got it out the way. I mean, even though we waited 2 years, I'm glad they didn't make us wait 4 years for it.
Yeah, they play people for a bunch of suckers with all the water bottles and Starbucks cups, and you're either like, oh man, they either planted this or they're super rushed in the editorials and directing. It's fine, man. It is whatever, you are still my queen, even though this is a flop. So, it was okay.
Let's shift to the movie world. What movie are you
Well,
most
hold on,
thankful
before we get back to that. So why do you like This Is Us if it's not so sci-fi-ish? Sorry, if it's zero sci-fi-ish.
I was about to say, is it zero sci-fi? It's just a really good show. I relate to a few of the characters on a really it's almost like sometimes it's almost word for word like how certain conversations go. It's I don't know. I just relate very much to this show. So I'm probably a little biased towards it. You know what I mean? But that show is just a standout show to me. To can't miss.
Okay. Do you feel like it's going to go on longer than another season or two? Or how do you...
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm surprised it's lasted this many seasons. I believe it's on season 5, season 4. I could be wrong on that. But I'm surprised it's lasted this long.
Must-see TV for NBC. Man, it feels like they kind of literally will just beat a dead horse or whip a slave until they got nothing left in them.
Oh, I can definitely admit it definitely feels like we're at the point where they were kind of like, all right, who can we get an episode out of today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is starting to feel like that. But those first few seasons are really good, and now I'm invested in the characters at this point.
Yeah, it's interesting, but they have to do something because, like, man, This Is Us is turning into like, man, this is a bust, you know. So,
and that might be one of the best. That might be one of the best jokes you've said on this show.
well, I guess hopefully I have some other zingers, man, coming up later. But no, it's just like I like for me, everybody was hyped on the show. I didn't give a literally two whatever's about the show. Started watching a couple episodes, got totally invested in the show because it was cool. The characters, Mandy Moore does an amazing job. She's so good, you know. I mean, everybody does a good job. But I'm just like, I want to give a shout out to her because, like, she was like the teen pop idol, and you know, but she's like, man, she's got talent, dude. She's very talented, dude. You know. She's very talented and much more well adjusted than Jessica Simpson or Britney Spears. So I much props goes to her. So
yeah. So what movie are you most thankful for?
Get Out.
Was that 2019?
Was Get Out? Get Out was Get Out the end of 2018.
Yeah, I don't think Get Out was 2019.
Yeah, so you know, I would say Us was
2019.
In the spirit of This Is Us, I would say Us.
Okay.
Well, this is for the fact that you know, man, I still think in lieu of where we are in our social dynamics, political dynamics, that this person, for better or for worse, this person called, hey man, I don't want to get political, but this person called Obama opened up floodgates and just made people have to say, we have to address stuff. You know,
yeah, no,
and I want to say that, and so the fact that it said we have to address stuff, dude. We have this person who was a leader of the free world and was so articulate and so beautiful, and his talent was so beautiful. Man, we got to start showcasing the world, you know. And so that, if you notice, like with Obama, then it came to a whole lot of interracial commercials. Some terrible, some really cool. And by the way, any interracial commercial you see on major TV, it was test marketed forever and ever to make sure it was cool. And so, you know, and so on that line, I just want to say, man, Us, you know, is cool because it just keeps this line going on with stuff, and I was still, yeah, people can go, oh my fucking God, oh, A-game, oh dude. I was like, yeah, but you know, man, I gotta say the best one-liner that I've ever heard was Endgame was a series of amazing moments, not a great movie.
Right.
You know. Shout out to Nerd Cantina.
So my movie I most thankful
Shout
for
out
is
to
probably
Nerd Cantina, dude.
two of them, but I'm gonna go with Midsommar.
Hey, yo, regular Sky, did you want to give a shout out to Nerd Cantina for that little comment?
You said shout out to him.
Yeah, but did you want to say give a shout out back? You know, to acknowledge the shout out.
Shout out to Nerd Cantina.
Yeah, thank you, man.
The
Jeez,
movie was Midsommar and Shazam.
Oh yeah.
Shazam, because it just shows that DC can put out a good movie, or they can put out consecutive good movies. I guess I should.
Whoa, what's consecutive?
Aquaman. What do you mean? Aquaman was good. Shazam's good. Joker's good. That's 3 consecutive good movies.
Okay.
I mean, that's That's 3 consecutive good movies for DC. That's the best role they've been on since Batman in the Christopher Nolan universe.
Okay.
Midsommar, because that's my type of weird horror movie. I thought it was fantastic. Great movie. It's a slow burn. If you don't like the slow burn, you're not going to like it. If you like the slow burn, old school thrillers that you have to pay attention because every detail that they show comes back in some way at the end and the climax. Beautifully done, well scripted. Those are what I'm most thankful for. But before we get too deep into things, which we already are, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host, the comic connoisseur himself, the mighty Oz and Killmonger. Oz, what's going on?
What is up, good people?
And you can find us on social media, on Twitter, at Knee4Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us at Knee4Marvel vs. DC at GoToFireLife.com. Or you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook as well. You can also download our podcast at iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, TuneIn, Podchaser. Anywhere you get your podcasts, we're there. Spotify, iHeartRadio. Like I said, anywhere you listen to the podcast, you can find us. Like, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and tell us what you like. Tell the world what you liked about the show. Spread the word. Oz, did I miss anything?
Not a thing, man. Except for when you're on Defy Life, check out all the other Defy Life podcasts, too. There's a lot going on. Lots of good things are being said.
We plugging other stuff?
We can plug other people in our Defy Life network always.
Oh, word. So let's definitely give a shout out to Pro Wrestling Showdown as well with myself and JD. You can check us out, Pro Wrestling Showdown, wrestling podcast where we talk about AEW and WWE, the G1, Uncle Oz's favorite tournament of the year. Yeah. Any other plugs you want to give out? Shout out to the Nerd Cantina. Check those guys out as well. They put out a great show.
No, man. Unless you want to give shout out to Black Mass or any other.
Yeah. Actually, Black Mass. This Uncle Oz got his cherry popped as far as being a guest on podcasts with Black Mass. Shout out to those guys. We had a good time on there. Oh, and Uncle Oz, I think you would be very interested in hearing what the Nerd Cantina had to say about the TV show C.
Okay, sure.
I think, especially since you're very high on it, I think you'd be very interested in what they have to say.
Yeah. They always have good comments. They always bring it from a different perspective. Those two guys have a lot. I always soak it in what they have to say in all ways. So it's good.
Plug your Twitter.
Hey man, look, dude. Hey, come. You can find me at Uncle Oz. I'm on Twitter. Man, by the time it takes me to pull up what my Twitter name is, this show would probably be over with for the 5th time.
The 5th time?
Yeah, this show could be it just oh, interesting. No, man. I'm just stalling for time. Hey, find me at Ozzy Real. And that is capital OZZIE, capital REAL. I'm trying to get my I got followers up to, I won't even say the word right now. But keep it real. Yeah, man. Well, but anyway, before you said that, what were you about to say, bro? Go for it.
But so you're good.
Yeah. I'm great.
You got it. I just wanted to make sure you got to know your Twitter, man. You got to be ready to plug that bad boy.
Yeah. Hey.
We do cheap plugs on this show.
Yeah, very cheap, man. Very cheap.
Shout out to Pro Wrestling Showdown. Let's get into some news, shall we?
Yeah, shout out to Pro Wrestling Showdown. Yeah.
Oh, just real quick while we're on wrestling. Since we've been doing the sports,
what are my thoughts on G1? I don't know, man. I don't watch G1. Hey,
there is no G1.
or wait, what's it called? F1? What G4?
The G
G-force?
one's not the G force. The G one's not going on right now.
Oh,
Why would I ask
oh,
you about that?
oh, Hey, what are your shots? Hey, what are your thoughts on the last Saturday wrestling show, man?
Which one?
All of them. Tell me about that a little bit.
All right. But no, what I was gonna say is since we've been doing the sports thing, we're gonna do hockey lines this time. So I'll let you go first and pick your hockey lines using Marvel players.
I do not participate. The only thing I know is that there was a vegan.
No, I'm just playing.
There was a black vegan hockey player, and he was awesome because he was never scared not to fight, and he would always kick people's asses. And they were like, "Oh my God, you're black, you play hockey, and you're vegan," and that is very triumphant to me.
Okay. Back to the news. Rami Malek is up for the role of Carter Hall in the DCEU. Do you know who Rami Malek is?
Mm-mm.
He is the gentleman who was the lead role in Bohemian Rhapsody and Mr. Robot.
Oh wait, he's Mr. Robot. Why is he the lead role for a cat who's going to be Hawkeye? I mean, sorry, Hawkman.
I mean, because he's a good actor.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with like who that character should represent. Whenever anyone has ever seen a picture of Hawkman, it's always like this, like kind of like even when he was portrayed as like the policeman of his world and like Tharagonian or whatever. Dude, he's always like hair on his chest. It's just it seems like. If you really wanted a Hawkman to be portrayed, it should be like Jason. Was it Jason Stamos? Is that his name, right? No. Jason.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Yeah, like let that cat be that dude. Like just like some jerk, like who's just like kicking butt. But it's so bad, dude.
Sticking with the DC.
Wait, time out.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
It seems like the DCU is going towards kind of getting name actors and putting a lot of faith into the acting of the movie as far as more so they can make him look like Carter Hall. Like I think you can give him the look of Hawkman. And like as far as like the hair on the chest and all that, like you can prosthetic all that and make it genuine. You know that.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't think I have a problem. Like I think you do have to go acting first, and then everything else kind of second. Like you need to be focused on making good movies, which is something I kind of brought up. Like you're on a little hot streak, and wherever you put Hawkman, he could be a very important character in the DCEU because he can go anywhere and mingle with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think, that's something I don't think happens enough is kind of the character that, kind of like the Samuel L. Jackson character, S.H.I.E.L.D. a little bit. He can kind of go in any movie and it works. You know what I mean? Like it fits. Like I think that's kind of how Hawkman could be in the DCEU.
Okay.
Sticking with the DCEU. The Black Adam movie will feature Dr. Fate and ISIS. The rumor.
Dr. Fate and ISIS. What?
What? Yes.
All right, sure.
Thoughts?
No. Why not, dude? Dr. Fate is do some stuff.
So you think Black Adam is the way to go? Because let's keep it 100. When we're speaking about a Dwayne Johnson The Rock movie, The Rock is not going to be the bad guy. He's just not.
No. I hear you. I hear that, and he. Well, hold up. That's not true. He was in Doom, and he was a bad guy.
That was a young up and coming. That might have been like his second or third role. He wasn't the Rock that can sign a contract that says he doesn't lose a fight in a movie.
Right, I know.
You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
sa-
Like he's not gonna. He's
yeah,
not gonna be the bad guy.
because people, well, that's also people just going. I'm gonna see how stupid you're gonna be, and let's just see, and putting it. That is nothing but green M&Ms only in my rider contract. So,
I think that like genuinely like name another movie after that where he was the bad guy. Even when he was like the quote unquote bad guy in the Fast and Furious movies where he's chasing down Dominic Toretto, he ends up becoming one of those guys and becoming the quote unquote good guy.
right? No, I know.
I'm just wondering like what are you gonna do with Dr. Fate now with this? Like, are you gonna have them team up? I mean, they're obviously gonna fight, but like, is it gonna be a fight? Then he turns good at the end of the movie. Like, I'd love to see him just go all out villain and just go through people.
Just go buck wild.
Just go buck wild. And honestly, if you're not going to have Henry Cavill in the DCEU no more, and you're not going to use Superman, let him whoop up on Superman then.
Oh man, come on, man! You can't destroy icons.
Hey, why? If you're not going to use him, why can't you? Listen, in wrestling, if you're going to go away, you lose your match to somebody on the way out. Let Superman get whooped up by The Rock on the way out.
Oh my God! All right. Well, why, man?
Why?
Superman already had lunch with some high schoolers, so just give that guy some chill, dude.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right, keep it moving.
Okay. The rumor is, shifting to the Marvel world, that Doctor Doom will be the villain in Black Panther 2. He will be conquering different countries in Africa until he comes across Wakanda.
Yeah, that's keeping him with some weird old Doctor Doom stuff.
Is that so let's just kind of piggyback off of that. Using that, is that going to be the gateway to the Fantastic Four? Do we get does that lead to the Fantastic Four kind of debuting with Black Panther?
I mean, if they were smart, they would do it, but if they had enough money. But that's always been the case where, like, man, Doom has always had a weird thing with Wakanda because he's like, oh, you guys are proud people. He's like, you guys are like super proud, you know. So
yeah, I think everybody's kind of expecting Doctor Doom at some point. I think more so expecting him to be the big bad. So I would kind of be very surprised if he's the main bad of this movie and not maybe just kind of introduced in the movie. Like I don't think he'll be the main villain. I think he'll just be maybe introduced in the background or kind of the puppet master.
No, I think you're onto something there. But pulling the strings like he did, well, like, you know, in the comics, like he God, it was like the worst written thing ever. But in the comics, he slowly like is the puppet master for the Black Panther in the future, and so he basically controls what's going on with Wakanda. And I'm like, man, come on, dude, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's my rumor segment. So,
I would say they are trying to blow smoke up people's asses too, because they just did it. Oh, Submariner. Oh, Doctor Doom. They're just like, yeah, we're trying to fuck you up so you don't ever have to.
So you don't have a clue what's going on with it.
We're trying to really have your brain swirling so you have a clue what's like happening. You know?
Yeah. Kevin Conroy has said that he will be in the only episode he will be in will be the Batwoman episode of the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover.
And why was that episode?
I'm sorry?
And what is that? That's him actually. She's confronting in all her awesome badassness, confronting that Batman and saying, "Why'd you leave?" You know,
Probably. Or
because
well,
he's playing the Bat, so that's exactly what's going to happen.
well, he's going to be the Kingdom Come Batman. But here's kind of my prediction of what I think is going to happen. I think the reason we're going to be able to get all these different incarnations of characters and stuff. I think that Earth is going to get destroyed.
Okay.
Like, I think that's just going to be like each episode is going to show like them taking different characters from different Earths and kind of building a big team, and each Earth getting destroyed on the way, and then kind of unifying all the TV shows and all the universes in one, like having one Earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Crisis, like a real Crisis story.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I think's going to happen. So I think he's going to, like, I don't think he lives past that episode. I think that Earth gets destroyed and all the characters like that don't make it. Just the ones they need for the final battle. You know what I mean? But,
No, I do, totally.
But we will see. I kind of have a spoiler alert. I don't know if you want to hear it or not, about the Marvel universe and the comic book world.
Sure.
Spoiler alert! This is a big spoiler. If you care, if you're a comic book reader, I just played it 3 times. I'm gonna play it one more time just in case you didn't hear it, or if you were on the phone or something. I don't know. One more time. I'm just saying. I just want to make sure everyone hears it.
All right. Yeah, I think they got it, dude. Go ahead, just say it, man.
Captain Marvel has kind of been, on the dark side here in the comic book world lately. And she has killed Thor.
In the comic book world?
Yes.
Like how?
Like how? Like she just pummels this dude, man.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any sense because
she shows up.
It doesn't make any sense.
With his head. She shows up with his head.
Awesome. When did we see this?
This was in Captain Marvel number 12.
It says already happened.
Yeah, this has already happened.
Well, I
just wanted to put that out just in case some people haven't caught up on their weekly reading, on their box pickups.
Yeah, I got it. I got all that. But it doesn't make any sense because there's like 5 volumes of Thor where it shows Thor being the last person basically on Earth, the last person in the universe when the universe goes extinct. So, it just kind of makes it messy.
Oh, no! Remember, you got upset with me when I would bash Captain Marvel for being OP. He was like, "Oh, it's okay, let her be." You remember those days?
Yeah, but no, I don't really, because I never said let her be. I just said I just said for the movie it was fine, man. But no, I just think, again, it just doesn't make any sense, and I look forward to seeing what they do with the story because that's deep. It just makes no sense. Like there's Thor is the Odin force, which is the Thor force. So
listen, I don't write it. I just report.
Yeah, I'll read it and laugh at it if it gets too terrible. So yeah.
Last bit of news, and then we'll move on. Channing Tatum is going to adapt the cult favorite comic, The Max.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oz, platform is yours. Tell us a little bit about The Max.
Its image, it's a bit ago, and I feel like that. I get his story confused sometimes, but
Wildstorm. No image.
Wait, what? What?
What?
It's image, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I get his story confused. He gets lost with me sometimes, man. I got nothing to say about that.
Okay, well, I guess go check out Max if you want to know what Channing Tatum's going to be adapting, but that's coming soon. All right, let's
No. Wait, hold on. No. Don't let's not rush through all that. Let's process it through. Yeah, because like he what's he gonna play in it though? Is he signed up for the lead role or what's his deal?
I
deal?
don't know anything about the Max. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like so. What for my man? I'm probably getting this wrong, but
could you give
man.
myself and the listeners just a little bit of history about, or just a little like
No.
synopsis?
What I said was what I said was what I said. I was right. You know, I don't know much about that Max at all. I think no, I'm thinking of Pitt, but like the Max, I'll have stuff for you next week when I bonafide myself.
So I just Wikipedia'd it. It says Volume 1, the series follows the adventures of the titular hero, both in the real world and in an alternate reality referred to as the Outback. In the real world, the Max is a vagrant, a homeless man living in a box, while in the Outback, he is the powerful protector of the Jungle Queen. The Jungle Queen exists in the real world as Julie Winters, a freelance social worker who often bails the Max out of jail. While the Max is aware of the Outback, Julie is not, though it is integral to both of their stories.
That's great. Look at regular Scott. No, so that seems like that was made for a movie.
That's a lot. That's you need. That is it needs to be a very tight, intricate storyline. I haven't read it, so I'm assuming it's got to be good. But
yeah, but that seems like that was made for. This as synopsis was made for a movie where you see him shuffling, like not getting any props, getting disrespectful, but getting like him shuffling in between these worlds, and this woman like being kindly to him in the real world, in our world, and always just going, oh, he's just a hapless fool, but you know, he's got a heart of gold. He wants to do the right thing. But in the Outback world, like she sees like he's a awesome defender and only he knows, you know, and all he's trying to do is like get her to realize, yeah, man, I see it. It's good. Good. I'm with it.
All right, because the last thing
he's been itching to be in a comic book movie because he didn't get his Gambit on. So like, go for it.
Well, I was just about to say the last thing he really backed was Gambit, and that never got off the ground. Do you think this is going to do any better?
Oh, this seems like it was made for it, man. This seems like this is made for film.
Or is this about to be? Or is this about to be another Jupiter's Ascending?
No, it will not be that bad. So, no.
All right. I'm just. Hey, listen. I gotta ask the questions.
You asked a hard question. Yes, this is true.
I gotta ask the questions. You know, I won't get the answers if I don't ask the questions. All right, Oz, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to the Battleground, or do you want to talk about Titans?
We should do Battleground first.
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's do the Battleground. All right, so to get to the Battleground, we had to start with the Twitter polls. You know, we always have to get it from our audience.
True.
Okay.
You get these long dramatic pauses. I'm like, yes. Okay.
Listen, our chemistry is not looking good right now. Like, you need to know, like, that pause is like your time to be like, yeah, you know, something. Like, come on.
No, I cannot know these things if I have no frame of reference. It's just like, and it's nighttime outside. Oh yeah, it's nighttime outside.
There you go, just like that. That was perfect.
No, it don't work like that.
But that was perfect though. That's exactly what I would want you to do. You see how that timing was? You waited like 2 seconds and you jumped right in.
Yeah, man. I like, once again, this is not the Abbott and Costello show. Okay, good. All right.
So before we actually get to the results, let me put out the potential candidates. I'm sure if you've checked the Twitter, you've seen who's won these results, but I'll put them out there and then we'll reveal them right after we take this break. Which of these characters do you want to compete in the Battleground? And representing the Marvel side, our choices are Daredevil, Black Widow, Kraven the Hunter, and Gambit. On the DC side, we got Batwoman, Mr. Terrific, Midnighter, and Black Canary.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 choices. Oz, who do you think won on the Marvel side before we go?
Let's see. I wonder if people will pick Gambit or not, but they did not pick Kraven the Hunter. Give them the names again.
We've got Gambit, Black Widow, Daredevil, Kraven the Hunter.
Daredevil.
And which DC character?
They should have picked Midnighter, but they did not pick Midnighter, so I think they're going to probably go with. Give me those again.
We got Midnighter, Mr. Terrific, Batwoman, and Black Canary.
Mr. Terrific.
Okay. Let's find out if Oz is correct. We'll be right back.
What's happening, world? Enjoy listening to podcasts? Check out the Defy Life Podcast Network for a vast array of podcast content. Whether you love sports, relationships, comedy, current events, comics, or just casual banter, the Defy Life Podcast Network has something for you. Also, if you're thinking of starting your own podcast, already have one that needs more exposure, feel free to contact us, the Defy Life Podcast Network, on godefylife.com and everywhere your favorite podcasts are available.
And we are back. Yes, definitely make sure you are definitely checking out the wow. I'm going to tell you what. It has not been a good day for me in talking.
Jesus.
Jesus.
All right, slow down, dude.
Definitely check out the Defy Life Network and all the great podcasts that we have to offer. Go to defylifepods.com. Go to defylife.com. Definitely check us out.
Yeah,
Man,
please do.
Rough.
Please do. Not to the slurs and yeah, check us out.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
All right, so time to get to the results. So the Marvel side for our Battleground, we had Daredevil, Black Widow, Kraven the Hunter, and Gambit. On the DC side, we had Batwoman, Mr. Terrific, and Midnighter. And Black Canary, sorry. Oz, you said Daredevil won for the Marvel side, and then you picked Mr. Terrific for the DC side. The correct answer was Daredevil for Marvel. Will be going up against Black Canary in DC. Black Canary won with 38%. Mr. Terrific came in second with 34%. Batwoman in third with 25%. Midnighter got 3%.
Yeah, people be sleeping on Midnighters. Unwillingly knowing that Midnighter would like crush everybody, you know.
They just don't know what they're missing.
Well, they secretly they really don't, because like that cat would really just like run shop on fools, dude.
That's okay. So we got Black Canary against Daredevil. They're going to be in our football field, and
well, it's a good fight though.
Is it a good fight? Like, I feel like Daredevil's got a pretty decent advantage on Black Canary.
I actually no, because like they both are like superb martial artists, and Black Canary's sonic scream will just mess up Daredevil's like hearing and fuck up his whole senses and everything.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like. You know, people are like, oh, they get to it. Black Canary can just do long range sonic scream attacks from anywhere, and his hearing will hear it and will totally like really hurt him bad. You know.
What about
and she could.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No. Finish what you were gonna say.
What about purely hand to hand? Who's got the advantage?
Well, Daredevil will have the hand to hand because he's a slightly better fighter, but Gary can fight. So I think once she's had him disoriented, like with all the screaming, oh man, she could just go rancid on that dude, man. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say Black Canary beats that cat. Everyone's like, oh, Daredevil, what is like batons and throwing stuff? Like, no, man. Yeah, her scream disrupts his radar sense, disrupts everything in this guy.
So you're saying it's a landslide?
I'm not saying it's a landslide. It's always about the scenario and everything, but when all things are equal, Black Canary can like long range him and like totally just keep screaming at this dude and like, oh yeah, the fight would be very intense. It'd be very interesting.
So I see this kind of playing out a couple ways. And please correct me if I'm wrong, which I know you will anyway. I think Black Canary is a little bit more of a strategist than Daredevil would be. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
Okay. No, I just want to... So I think...
I had to yawn while I was hearing you say that. I was like, yeah, what more is there to say?
Well, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. I wanted to make sure I'm speaking facts and not fiction.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I think Daredevil is more of a tactician in the field as far as fighting. Like as far as just being able to figure out ways to get the job done. Being able to... He's the type of dude who's going to go in and absorb a head-on, kick to the face so he can grab your arm or grab your leg and snap it. So I see him taking a full-on... or at least doing something to like he's going to take some type of full-on sonic scream to get to her, or maybe not the full brunt of it, but at least a good part of it. Like that's just the type of dude he's going to be. I think he's going to bum rush her, and then I think he's going to like maybe get her in the throat, get her a nice chop there. I think, and then it's hand to hand.
Right. Okay. So I want to say you should start thinking of Daredevil fighting Black Canary like Daredevil fighting a slightly lesser Black Bolt.
A good amount lesser Black Bolt.
Yeah, well, but still, her sonic scream can shatter windows, can shatter cinder blocks, and to my recollection, cinder blocks, bones and cinder blocks. If you can shatter cinder blocks, you can shatter bones. So if she full on was just to go, we're fighting for real? All right, let's do this. For real? Her first screams long distance would break that dude and literally break bones. Disorient this guy from his radar sense to everything and literally leave him like a blind person.
Well, let's also take into effect he is going to have on his armor, so his armor is going to be able to take some of that impact.
Right, but I'm talking about straight up to his ears, to his throat, to everything, to his nose, to his brain. It's not a concussive force. It's a sonic punch.
I feel like you ain't giving Daredevil his props though. Like I don't think he gonna go in there and get punked like you talking about.
No, but I think a lot of times in our battlegrounds, you get these guys. You're like, man, these guys. I'm like, yeah, they're awesome, they're amazing, but in the face of like, hey, if it was a perfect scenario where Daredevil was like, yeah, we're having a cup of tea, and I just like hit you with a ninja punch to your throat, and now you're choking. Yeah, but if it's like, here's an open football field, y'all go at it toe to toe, and by the way, the prize money is $1 million or whatever. I think, man, we would have we'd have some different answers.
So here's how I see the battle going. You know, they're in their football field. He's got the bleachers. He's got the stands to work with. He's gonna let her use her sign, like you said. She's gonna do it, whether he takes it or not, or he's moving. He's gonna end up throwing one of his staffs, and he's gonna catch her with it. And she's either gonna turn and block, and at that moment, that's when he's gonna engage. Like there's gonna be opportunities.
So you know that her sonic blast, her sonic scream has been enough to move arrows out of directions at her. So as soon as that baton is coming, she screams. The baton is like thrown projectile out. Dude.
No, but that's what I'm saying. He can't. She's not going to be able to. The projectile, he's going to ricochet it off something. He's not just going to throw it straight at her. So she's going to have to turn her head and do all that.
Yeah.
I mean, like you act like this is some impossible thing that can't be
No,
done.
no,
When
no,
we're
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
superheroes and these incredible people.
I know we're talking about superheroes. Like, I just see. Yeah, I can see the battle going like Daredevil going, I'm going to ricochet this, but I see Black Canary just going, okay, if we're in an open field together, I'm going to just sonic scream the field up and just in wide bursts, just to totally start taking this guy out and then move in closer.
But she wouldn't even do that, to be honest with you. She would go hand to hand with him first.
Dude, hold on. You just said a member of the Bird of Prey, Green Arrow's confidant, who you yourself called a strategist, right?
Strategist, yes.
Yeah, she's a strategist. She's very strategic. You just said she's strategic, and you said she just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to go fight you hand in hand." No, dude, she'd be like, "Oh, good, yeah. You know what? You're the better fighter. Let's take this to some distant stuff, so we can have it like even at the fair, even up it up." Come on, dude, give me a break.
Neither of them know each other, so they don't know how good the other one is at fighting. They would both square up with each other. If they met in the middle of the ring, her first instinct is not going to be to shoot that blast. They're going to square up.
Once again, that is your thought process.
That is my thought process because they're both G's like that, bro. They're not.
A strategist goes, I don't know you, so I don't know if you're the silliest, stupidest fighter or if you're a Bruce Lee, but I know myself. So let me hit you with some screams real quick. Let's see from a far distance. See how you react.
Black Canary doesn't do that though. Like when she's not just going up to people and just blasting them.
Time out. Wait. Time out. I'm going to show you and prove to you that you're wrong about this. So here, let's go back to it. You said they both don't know each other. Black Canary just goes in fighting. That's your interpretation of it. No, Black Canary does not fight like that at all. Black Canary would go, I don't know you, so I'm going to use my abilities to see what happens when I test you out. She'll fire off some sonic screams long distance just to see what you do and how you react to them and go like, oh, maybe you're susceptible to this. She does that. And I'll tell you how she does that because in the DC showcase, when Green Arrow is getting his ass whipped by Merlin, she doesn't go, oh my God, I'm going to go toe-to-toe with Merlin on the archer. She goes, oh shit, my dude is getting hurt. Fires off a long-distance sonic scream to fuck him up. She didn't go, I'm going to beat you up. She said, I'm going to do my thing because I know you can shoot me from any distance, dude. Come on, dude.
So in what way are those two situations similar? In what way is her ending up in a field against a person she has no idea about the same situation as her going to save her lover's life fighting against one of his arch enemies that she knows?
It's in this way. You said that she would go, oh, let's go toe to toe and fight a stranger who I never known, which she would not do. Oh, why wouldn't she go toe to toe and fight Merlin to save her lover? She doesn't do that. She would do in both scenarios. She would fight you long distance to take you out because she knows, hey, Merlin, you're an amazing archer. You can kill me from anywhere. So I might as well sneak around and get you from a far distance. And you, this other Daredevil is your name. I don't know you at all, so I'm going to take you out that way. She's not going to go. She will not go to an unknown fighter and go, oh, let's go fisticuff. No, she doesn't do that. When she has an ability to hit you at long range, that's not how she's trained, dude.
I hear you. I just don't agree with you.
Batman, who also helped train her, would never tell her, hey, you have this amazing ability to incapacitate people when you don't have to actually get rough with them and fight them. No, you should just go ahead and punch him out. No, he would say, dude, first step, take him out long distance. Second step, get him. Because to me, Black Canary would fight a Daredevil person in segments going, test you out long range, see what your abilities are. Cool. Either you're disoriented by my scream, good, you have something up with your hearing, which I've thought before because I'm a Justice League member. Or cool, you're amazing fighter. So you take him out long range. Then you go medium range, which is a combination of like her screaming and like maybe some inside coming in attacks, but she's got projectiles too. And then the third thing you do is you hit him with your fight. You hit him with some straight up like ninja skills and do your thing. Because I think Black Canary, because she's so underrated that I think she would probably be like punching you close range while she's screaming at you. That's my take on her. Since you gave me your take on her.
Okay, and like you said, that's your interpretation of it. We just have two completely different interpretations of it.
Yeah, because this woman who is a master fighter.
Listen, you saying the same thing in 5 different ways isn't going to change the fact that we just view it in a different light.
I do. Me saying it in five different ways is literally not for you to be changed, not for your heart and mind to be changed, but to give perspective to how powerful she is. Once again, she can scream and rip a hole through a house.
Make it 6.
Excuse me?
Make it 6.
Make it 6.
Yeah, because I said 5 ways. Now you just made it 6.
But I'm just saying, yo, bro, her scream rips through houses, dude. Her scream rips through the houses, and we haven't even talked about why they're fighting. What's the scenario? Here, to make it even more fun, regular Scott, why don't you tell me your scenario why they're fighting, and I'll give you my scenario why they're fighting.
My scenario is they are mind controlled, and they have to fight to the death.
Ooh, that's good, man. I like that a lot. My scenario is she doesn't know who that guy is, but has been told that he's responsible for killing Oliver Queen.
So she's the only one that gets any type of backstory.
No, you said they're mind controlled.
Yeah, so that's both of their backstories. They're both mind controlled, so they have no memory of anything. They're just told to fight to the death. Okay,
cool. Okay, they have no memory of anything except for they're both told that they have that each of the other has killed the one that they love.
Is that what you're saying for your thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying for mine, but that's what you're saying for yours.
Yeah. No, I got what you said for yours. For mine, since I can't have my original, I'm going to say
No, you can have your original. I'm just wondering what Daredevil's was, since you gave Black Canary a nice backstory.
Well, we'll do. No. I'll replace it and just say that that they have each been told that the other has killed the person that they love.
All right, word. Let us know what you think about it. Let us know who you think would win the battleground between Daredevil and Black Canary. Give us your opinions. Give us your thoughts. Leave us there at Twitter at Need for Marvel vs. DC. Let's move on to the Titans finale. Oz, what were your thoughts on the Titans finale?
I was very blown away when I was blown away by the ending. And I was very let down by the ending of who it was, too.
What are you giving this?
The whole storyline, I watched the whole thing through, and it left me excited about the future, though.
So you thought it was was that a good finale, bad finale? MGK.
It's an MGK, definitely with the Infinity Gauntlet, because I was excited about what's going to happen. But I was like, I didn't like how the one Titan who falls. There's some things that just kind of just left a bad taste in my mouth.
So I thought it was whack. Didn't like the finale. The only good part was the Nightwing reveal, and then that ended up being a disappointment. Just a real disappointing end to the season. They're 0 for 2 with their season finales.
No, yeah, I get it, but man, a Nightwing, it was great. Those guys going toe to toe and actually seeing Jericho get out, that was cool.
No, it was great watching Nightwing whoop up on him, but you don't introduce a new character, which he was. He was introducing his new persona and have him lose his first fight, and then get beat 2-on-1. Really?
Yeah, no, but the whole purpose of Nightwing from the previous episodes was the bird that was there to come in and protect those.
It was whack. Real disappointing. The fight was sweet. I thought the first scene was great. I was really into it. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert for the rest of this. Spoiler alert. But real disappointing. Didn't like it. Let's go to the carnival part. How did they start cheering Gar and Superboy after they just massacred through the carnival?
Wait, that's not the point. The point is, where is Superboy? Why is Superboy trying to lift that crazy electrified tower? Why is Wonder Girl? I was like, that was the weakest way out, dude. I was like, yeah, Connor, what are you doing, dude? So
this guy just watching.
Yeah, man, that was seriously. He's like got super speed and could have said, "Let me help you," and it'd been cool for like. Man, it was just such. I was like, ugh. That was the dumbest way to kill a person, you know?
I would have rather Deathstroke kill him or Superboy kill her. Now the Superboy in her fight was sweet. That was good. I'll give him that. That was good. There was a few good redeeming qualities, but then there was just some really bad. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good.
No. And spoiler alert! Like when you've seen the Amazonians. You know, like there's some little things they could have did to make it look dope. So when you see, like they did some things that you're like, why did you just do that? So when they show the plane, spoiler alert, when they show the plane taking off and going off. Why you keep
saying spoiler alert? I already did the big spoiler alert.
Well, I like to do it before I just start blabbing off. And so when you see the plane from the Amazonians go off into the sky, it should have vanished like the invisible jet, and people would have been like, "Oh shit," you know. But they're just like, it was just stupid. They weren't even thinking about that at all, you know. If that would have happened, I would be like, "Oh, that's some fucked up shit," you know. But yeah, like lots of like really crazy stuff. Like I still don't get how Don is. I need to see Don work out because right now I'm just like Don. You don't work out, but you seem to have all these abilities. So
Don?
yeah, Don as in Dove. You know, like
What
like,
abilities?
well, like man, like her and Hank are always surviving all these crazy fights and stuff.
Oh, you're
like,
saying like
dude,
training and like she don't ever see her training or nothing.
I don't see her doing no push-ups or anything like this, dude. And she's like the first one to be like, "Well, time to go." I'm like, "How are you the first person to be like, time to go?" But you ain't doing no heavy muscle stuff, dude. You know. And again, man. Once, please, someone chime in. Where was Connor when the tower fell down and Donna had to pick it up?
Yeah. Again, real disappointing. I'm giving it a Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm giving it a Jar Jar Binks. Real disappointing. Oz gave it a MGK with a Infinity Gauntlet. I'm giving it a Jar Jar Binks.
With an Infinity Gauntlet because, man, I look forward because I'm telling you, next season, man, whoa, it's going to be all out. I think they're going to go all out because I feel like Gar is going to Garfield is going to change into different characters. We're going to see Nightwing do his thing. It was good.
It's so disappointing. The Nightwing reveal was probably the best. It probably was the best part of the whole thing. I really like the Wonder Girl Superboy fight. That was really good. But I think the first part of the episode was probably the best part.
Well, and then one more thing that kind of might take me away from the Infinity Gauntlet is like when Corey's like, "Hey, I wanted to say thank you for bringing us all together in New Mexico," and he's like, "I've never been there." Bruce Wayne would have been like, judging from your speech patterns, you're telling the truth and you feel like you're telling the truth. I need to investigate this myself. Yeah, give me a break, dude. Give me a break, man.
Well, how do you know he's not thinking that? How do you know next
Well,
season?
but the point is, I'm not so sure he's having dinner with all those folks like that. It should have just been all those people without Bruce Wayne because it should have solidified the Titans, dude.
Instead of them being the sidekick team.
Instead of them being like, here's who finances it. Here's who paid for the dinner. You know?
Dick got his own money.
Dick ain't got shit without Bruce Wayne, dude.
No, he was a cop. I mean, they don't get paid great.
Dude,
I'm sure he had some money.
He quit his job. He don't get a pension for that, dude.
But you know that dude was saving. You know he was saving.
No, dude. He quit his job. He got 2 weeks.
He got that man.
Regular Scott. He got 2 weeks of paid leave, and dude, he was in prison.
So you saying he don't have a savings account?
Yes, he has a big savings account from Bruce Wayne.
No, I'm talking about you don't think he got his own savings account from his police job? You don't think he was smart enough to invest and save?
Yeah, right. But I think when people talk about rich people, they forget this whole thing. Yes, he saved his paychecks from his police job as a detective because he already had money from Bruce Wayne. He ain't got to save shit, dude. Every time he got paid every 2 weeks for the detective job was just like him going like, what am I going to do with this?
Why are you knocking that man? He's just trying to make a living.
Dude. Straight up. This is not knocking that cat, dude. This is straight up just like telling this cat.
You knocking that man. You always knocking that man. He ain't do nothing to you. Leave that man
alone.
Oh.
Dude, he ain't do nothing for his paycheck either, dude. He just got Dude, man.
He worked hard for the money.
He worked hard as Robin, dude. Like Bruce Wayne hooked them boys up, man.
This dude was probably like, God dang it, Rachel. Why you had to show up? I was good till you showed up.
Yeah, man, he was chilling, dude. He was like, yeah, fuck Batman. I'm putting my Robin suit on because I like kicking ass. I'm like, yeah, I get you, bro.
Then all of a sudden this little white girl shows up and now I gotta go save the world.
Yeah, dude. He was like, I was itching for a reason to bring these motherfuckers back together. Give me a
Hey,
break,
look,
man.
somebody else died.
Dude, man, I like what's gonna happen to Mercy? I'm confused. Man.
Well, here's the thing. It makes sense that she died when you look at it because you can't have her and Superboy on the same team.
Hey, who rises?
Nightwing.
Ugh, that
What do
was
you
a
mean?
lame
That was blatantly obvious in the trailer.
I thought they were trying to say like Jericho was the person who rises as a new member. I don't know, dude.
Well, Jericho technically is a new member.
Yeah, dude.
So that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Why would you want to be in your sister's body?
Dude, especially when your sister's been fucking Jason Todd.
Right? Like, why would you want to be in her body?
Yeah, I mean, he's
any
like,
sense to me.
This cat is like, please put me back in Slade's body, dude.
Why wouldn't you just stay in Slade's body and just take that one over?
Well, yeah, because Slade was like about to die and be like, why can't you just override his thing? So there's a lot of stuff that's just like gets kind of weird. You know?
It's not weird. It's just they got lazy. They forgot the finer details. Like why would you think? Why would you want to be in your sister's body? Like why would you want to be in her head?
Truthfully, you're probably just going like, yo, man, I have not been free in a long time.
He's not free now.
He is freer.
He's freer. He ain't free.
Yeah, but come on, man. Yeah, Slade was a dick, so.
Slade was a dick, but Slade wasn't getting no dick.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. What? She's going to be having sex with Jason Todd, and this guy's going to be like, yo, don't do that. And she's going to start having conflicting thoughts and start talking out loud and freak Jason Todd out.
Oh, I know.
And she's going to start talking to herself in
Oh,
public.
but Jason Todd's done. He's through, dude.
So,
coming back. He's coming back as Red Hood.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we get him as Red Hood or next season?
Yes.
Or is he going to come back is he going to be Red Robin?
No, I feel like we get him as like Red Hood with leather jacket, you know.
So I think we get him as Red Robin, right? Because I think he always want to differentiate himself, and I think Tim Drake will become the new Robin.
Well, Tim Drake is not in this thing.
Not yet. I'm saying
they're
they're
not going to bring Tim Drake into this.
Oh, I think they're going to have the whole Bat family.
It's too many people in here. So
no, you need a Robin. Like you need a Robin. I think you need. I think that's just a good dynamic to have, and it's just like some of the best episodes of the first season of Titan was seeing Dick and Jason interact.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
So imagine seeing a young, spry, actually a young, probably a little nervous Tim Drake.
Yeah, that's cool. We're not going to see that though.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Okay.
We never know. I don't think we expected to see Wonder Girl die either. So.
Yeah, that was very shocking. I was like, God, dude, what the?
She can go.
I kind of wanted to see her powers explored a little bit more, dude.
What more did you need to see?
Well, I wanted to see like give me what the island of Themyscira looks like. You
go
know,
watch Wonder Woman.
Yeah, dude, but I want to see it from a different DC universe perspective, which would have been dope, dude.
Oh, well, you better go watch Justice League.
Yeah, that's DC universe. Yeah.
Did you have a drink today? Shout out Achilles.
Oh my God, dude!
Shout out Black
Why? Shout out to Black Man. Shout out to Achilles. Achilles, hey, yo, man, we'll get you on the show one of these days, bro.
What? What'd you say?
We're gonna get Achilles on the show and just be like,
I don't know. He got to pass a drug test to come on this show.
Oh, the cocaine. So,
he got to pass a drug test. Sorry. Check out the Black Mass podcast that we guested on, and everything will make sense. All right. So, what are your predictions for season 3? I gave one of mine. I got a couple more. What are some of your? Give me 2 big predictions for 3 big predictions for season 3.
Maybe we see Batman in a Batman costume.
Okay, 1.
Maybe we see Lex Luthor.
Ooh, that's a good possibility. Okay, number 2.
Yeah. Maybe we see a subtle glimpse of. I'm gonna say this. We're gonna see, just because they're kind of focusing around it. I'm gonna see Batman in his costume, and we're gonna see a subtle glimpse of either Superman or the Justice League.
That's a pretty bold,
for real.
That's a bold prediction.
That's for real, right there.
All right, I'm gonna go with my 3 things. Will be. This is a tough one. I think we get a so I was about to say Suicide Squad, a Doom Patrol crossover. I think we start to see. I think Cyborg slowly starts making his way over to the team, so I think we get that crossover. I think we start expanding. What?
I don't know about Cyborg and the Doom Patrol, dude. I'm just saying.
I think we get a crossover. I think we start to see that happen a little bit more.
Okay.
I think we get, instead of Superman, I think we might get a Supergirl.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay.
No,
sure.
It doesn't make any sense. But I didn't really think the Superman.
But Wonder Girl dying made no sense either, so it's fine.
Honestly, I didn't think Superboy really made sense. Except to maybe introduce Cadmus.
It was to introduce Cadmus, dude.
But if they don't bring Lex Luthor next season, it doesn't make any sense.
We'll see.
No, you're right. And my 3rd prediction is that we will get Tim Drake.
I feel like in lieu of Tim Drake, we probably will see the Guardian.
Really? You know what? I take
because
back,
of Cadmus. Because of Cadmus. Dude.
I take back my my first prediction. What was my first prediction?
I don't know.
Of course, because you don't listen to me.
Because I don't pay attention.
Yeah, I know you don't. I think we get Roy Harper next season.
Wow.
Or an Arsenal or some type of Archer. I think we get an Archer next season.
We need to get you know what? That's very smart. I think we're gonna get Archer next season for sure.
Yeah, I think maybe it's Artemis. Maybe they go the Artemis route.
Dang, that'd be crazy, dude. But yeah, that seems good.
Yeah, I think they kind of need that grounded Archer, or maybe a Huntress. You know, maybe they go with a younger Huntress type thing. We'll see. Yeah, but I like I'm gonna go with an Archer. I think they get an Archer next. Instead of the Doom Patrol thing, I'll go with the Archer.
Yeah. I feel like there's an Archer just to kind of round it out. Yeah, that sounds smart.
Yeah, so that's what I'll go with. All right, so overall in the season, what are you giving it?
I love the season, dude. It was. I know you hated the first couple ones, but the season was good. I still. Well, you know what, man? I'm gonna leave it at a MGK because Garth has to do more characters and more changes than just the Tiger.
Garth can go.
I feel like Garth can go, dude. Unless they involve that dude, he can split, dude.
Lickety split. Oh, let me just ask you this real quick. Who do you think the villain's going to be next season? Oh, we already know who it is. Going to be Blackfire, but who do you think another, like one of the secondary villains will be? You know they're going to have kind of a big secondary villain.
I don't know. Maybe some more Cadmus. I don't know.
Well, give me a prediction.
Lex Luthor.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. I think.
Oh, whoa! You okay there? Hey.
I had a little bit too much of the bubbly.
Have you? Okay. Are you all right there? You asked me if I had any drink. Are you?
Hey,
give me the keys, dude.
Shout out Achilles. Maybe I have had too much to drink before the show.
Cocaine.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Whoa. Yeah, maybe we need to go to the final blow before I get
Hey, you just did a final blow. Guy, someone did a final blow to you? What's going on? Talk to us. It's a cry for help.
Maybe we get Talia al Ghul showing up with Damian Wayne at Bruce Wayne's doorstep next season.
Man, we can't be doing that, dude. We
a 10-year-old monster of a beast fighter in Damian Wayne.
I have a son, Robin. You need to train him. Why can't you train him? Why can't you train him, Bruce? I'll be off fighting dragons. For my queen. Oh my God, dude! Give me a break.
No, Bruce was gonna be like, "No, I'll be with the Justice League. We're going to Krypton. New Krypton. We're going back in time.
We're gonna be on Young Justice. I don't know, man. I'm just like,
we're going to War World.
Yeah, God, it's so terrible, dude.
Who else going? Oh, it's gonna be me, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Superman, The Flash.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Who else going? I mean, who isn't going, dude? You didn't get the invitation, bro. You must be a real superhero. Sorry.
Like, hey, look, we got a tiger running loose in the carnival. Justice League's like, oh yeah, we don't have time for that one. Hey, what the other group at? What the Titans at?
We're gonna need you and the Legion of substitute superheroes to hold it down. Cool.
Legion of substitutes. That's the second funniest thing you've said this show.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
What's your final blow, dude?
What?
Oh God. Yeah. Okay.
I give you a compliment, you start feeling yourself, huh? You try to take over the show.
Oh my God.
You can't even get this man a compliment without going to his head. God dang.
Oh.
All right, no, I'll go first. I get it. I got it. My final blow is shout out to Uncle Oz for growing a set and punking me on live on the podcast.
The tables have turned.
Yeah, he took over the
usually
show.
I'm being punked. Yeah, so okay.
No, it's Titans was good. I'm gonna give it an MGK as well, just a straight MGK. The finale took some off. If the finale was just solid, I would have gave it a low Iris West, but MGK.
Yeah.
Also,
well, because it started off bad and it ended bad.
Yes. Also, happy holidays to everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hope you ate good. This is episode 56. By the way, we're getting on up there. Also, shout out to Black Mass. Appreciate you guys letting us come on. Check out their podcast. We were on their latest one. You can find them on SoundCloud. I'm going to tell you what, I have not been able to talk this entire show.
Well, because Achilles shook you up.
look, every time I start talking, I'm looking over my shoulder. Every time I hear a noise, I think he might be knocking at the door or something.
You can't say Achilles at all. Man, that dude shake.
I can't even watch the movie Troy.
Yeah, that kid shook you up, dude. Hey, shout out to Achilles for putting that dude in his place, dude. Hey, I try every episode, but you sir had the magic touch.
Hey guys,
I don't know if it was that baseball bat you had with you, but it was something.
It was that drug test. That's what it was.
I don't know if it was a drug test or you had the on-the-spot drug test. Thank you for not doing that to me. But yeah, man.
Oh, man. That's about as good of a plug as we can give for their podcast, by the way.
Yo, and shout out to the other 73 members who were there.
Come on, man. You ain't got to do that.
Hey, man, I had a good time. I had a really good time on this show, actually. So,
yeah, you got your cherry pop.
Yeah, I'm about to be on this show a lot more. Son, talking about wrestling and everything else, kid.
Dude, you only going to be on there like once a month.
Hey, that's all I need, dude. Hey, my well isn't that deep. It can get filled up very easily. Okay.
So what's your final blow? Since you made me go first, you better end it with a banger. And don't forget to plug everything too.
That's
part of being the last on the final blow.
Shout out to Black Mass. I don't know if I'm feeling that Harlequin show quite yet, but I'm gonna watch it again. Yo, man, you're supposed to hit me up with that Nerd Cantina thing about C.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna send it to you once the show's over.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it during the show, dude.
No, what? Why? Why would I do that? I'm focusing on the show.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fine, dude. My final
Shout out
blow
to the
is-
Nerd Cantina.
Come on, shout out to Nerd Cantina. My final blow officially is going to be, it's been a pleasure doing 56 episodes, everybody, and I'm thankful for having this show with the anything but regular Scott. So that's my final blow.
You got to plug everything too.
Shout out to Defy.
No, plug everything. You got to plug all our
I can't
stuff.
do that.
That's what happens when you go last with the final blow. You got responsibilities.
No,
now, if you don't want
kidding.
these responsibilities, don't be trying to go roughshod over the show.
Not kidding. Next week I'm taking over, but this week, go ahead, plug, man.
Because listen, you can't be trying to take over the show and not be plugging the show.
Hey, man, you talking too much, man. Plug the show, dude. Hey, plug.
Nah, yeah, now the table's unturned. Don't forget to follow us at I was about to say at defylife.com. You got me off.
Dude, you were too easily like, hey, man, you need to be your own independent person, bro.
Oh, man. All right, let's try this again. You can follow us on Twitter at Need4Marvel vs. DC. That's the number 4. You can email us at Need4Marvel vs. DC at GoDefyLife.com. You can also download our podcast anywhere we listen to your podcast: iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Oz, tell everyone you'll talk to them next time.
Hey, yo, good people. As usual, peace and chicken grease.
Some of the dramatic pauses. Hey, y'all.
Hey, man, what's good, man? You need a little drama in your life, son.
Hey, y'all have a good time because we're going to have a good time. Until we talk to y'all next time.
Oh,
peace. How about that dramatic pause?
Yeah, I got a dramatic pause for you, man. I got a dramatic pause, like my fist pause.
Really? Are you serious? Is that a joke? Was that the joke? Or really? Was that the joke that just
Oh my God, dude. What you doing on a Sunday?
Hey, Siri,
Hey, how may I help you?
play the Relationship Status Podcast.
Playing the Relationship Status Podcast.
I would ask him, like, what are you doing? Where are you going with this? What are you trying? And he really didn't have, like, a real answer.
Okay.
So I didn't feel like we were going to be compatible later on down the line.
I think that goes back to something I've often heard and think myself, that men date women thinking they're never going to change, and women date men
thinking that they are,
thinking that they can change them.
Relationship Status. New episode every Monday at 12 noon on Defy Life Network.